Welcome, everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe, that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Rice Owls, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Red Raiders have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Rice Owls offense is on the field for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The quarterback had plenty of time to throw there, but nowhere to go with the football, and eventually he was shown where to go. To the ground.
And those are great for me as a defensive lineman. I love those sacks. I mean, those are so fun because it doesn't matter if I get there in 1 second or 5 like it took right here. The defensive backfield did their job, made the QB hold on to the football, and the defensive line just kept pursuing, and the defense finally got a sack.
The Red Raiders offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early, put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Grab near the marker. It's West. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Jumped on top of the pile. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Quick completion to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go right back to it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raider. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Coming after him. Caught behind the line. It's Hope. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Escapes the sack. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Boyd. He's got great speed. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, it took a little momentum with him out of bounds. First down here for the offense. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raider. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First down to start the drive after the break. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. It's complete to the left. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
He'll pull it on the read. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I'll tell you, the running backs and the quarterbacks in this offense, they got to give a lot of their success running the football to this offensive line up front. They're getting tremendous push. It doesn't matter who has the football, who's keeping the football. You're just seeing this group up front drive this defense back.
And they run the option, and that had no chance. And the QB, you could tell something was a little bit messed up, and he starts to run. It goes nowhere. Defense swarms him. That is the play that we don't want to run again.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. That's a good play on 3rd and short. If you can get them aggressive and the defense aggressive, but the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. The offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits. It makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. It's caught. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 30. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Red Raider. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. The They're down like 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going for it all. Wide open. He makes the catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time he lined up all the way to the left side, and he was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Trying to get to it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Owls!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, he's going for a big play downfield. Snags it down the right side. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls!
Man, nice job getting the pass.
Number 80.
This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback checking the play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, wants to throw. Gonna let it fly. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it.
He wants to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Bryce ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Using his legs to buy some time. Caught near the sticks. It's Boyd. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Defense has to do a better job affecting the quarterback, guys, on money downs. 3rd down, you've got to be able to affect him, and the pass pro that time was just way too good.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raider. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
35. Bryce, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bryce takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Boyd. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And the Red Raiders are on the move. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Now the toss. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal coming up. They'll run it. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the stomping has commenced. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42, Rice, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. They're trailing big in this ball game.
Feeling some heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to fire on second down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on third and goal from the 2? The give. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Third and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here. And how about the individual effort up front by this defender? Getting penetration, now setting up fourth down.
They're bringing heat. Looking for the score. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Rice.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Going to try to get it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Rice, 21.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. He wants to start this drive with a pass. A strike downfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Owls. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over there, they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on a space mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
The Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the pummeling has started. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
56. Rice, 28.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
With the catch, it's Williams. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.